Hi everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic summer. This is Math 90, Calculus and Analytic Geometry 1, or shortly Cal 1. Thank you very much for joining the class this summer. I am your instructor, Suranga Dharmaratna. I'm an assistant professor of engineering. So this is syllabus and introduction for this class. Let's go through the syllabus first, and then I'll introduce what is the content of this class. As I earlier explained, course is Calculus and Analytic Geometry, and this is a 4 credit hour course. Our usual meeting times, uh, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8:50 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8:50 p.m. And our meeting location is Martin Hall 275. This is a hybrid class, so we may have some synchronous or asynchronous online lectures as well. And all the exams are in person. And I'm trying to meet with you at least one time per week in person. It may all 3 days, or it might sometimes 2 days, or some maybe at least one day per week. So some of the lectures are online, either synchronous or asynchronous. Especially in the first week, all the classes that we're going to meet on Monday, and Tuesday is a, holiday for the July 4th. Uh, and since I'm away this week, all the classes are online and asynchronous. So I will upload videos, and you have to go through the videos and complete homework, uh, and then submit. Um, so this is my information. I am Dr. Suranga Dharmaratna. This is my email, and my office is RB Anisol 132. That's other side of Shelby Road. Uh, but I'll make myself available in the Martin Hall if I'm getting a place for office hours. Tentatively, the office hours by appointment. For the first week, you can email Dr. Livia Hamill. Uh, I will give you her email um, at the end of this class, today's class, so that you can contact her for the first week office hours. And also, you have office hours in the math tutoring lab. I'll give you a link for that, and you can contact my tutoring lab for office hours as well. And that's basic information. And here's our textbook. This is what the textbook that we're going to use for this semester, for this class. We're going to cover chapter 2 to 4, and if time permits, we're going to cover 5 section 5.3. So the authors are John Rogowski, Colin Adams, and Robert Franzosa. And this is Calculus Early Transcendentals, fourth edition. Okay. Uh, these are some regular information, course description. We're going to talk about limits, derivatives of algebraic and trigonometric functions, continuity. We're going to look at what the continuity of a function is, uh, techniques of differentiation, and also most importantly, you're going to learn applications of differentiation. And you will learn graphing, optimization, and these are also applications like velocity, rate of change. And then we will introduce differential equations. I'm pretty sure that you have fulfilled the prerequisites for this class. You have Math 180, grade C or better. That's why you are in this class. So one other thing, it is important to recall some of the things that you did with 190, oh sorry, 180, like functions, composite functions, some algebra, trigonometric functions, and exponential functions, um, yeah, and logarithmic functions as well. Because you're going to use a lot of functions and their derivatives, limits, and we're going to see graphing and those kind of things. So functions and algebra is very, very important. Uh, Learning objectives. These things at the end of the class, you should be able to do these things: compute limits and derivatives of algebraic, trigonometric, and transcendental and piecewise defined functions. Use the derivative of a function to determine the properties of its graph, and use the graph to estimate its derivative. Determine the continuity and differentiability of a function at a point and on an interval. Use the ideas of limits and derivatives to solve applied problems such as related rates, uh, optimization, and curve sketching. So those are the things that you should be able to do at the end of this course. Like I earlier said, that this class is hybrid course. We're going to meet at least one time per week in person, but all the exams are in person, as I stated earlier. You are expected to be present in the class, either it is online or in person. If it is an asynchronous class, then you can watch the videos um, at your will, whenever possible. And however, you have to complete all the assignments required for next class. Well, calculus is considered a difficult class, but I would say that it is not a difficult class if you follow the instructions well, and also do the homework, do all the homework, and pay attention in the class. Um, Doing homework and also reviewing material is important. Uh, by reviewing material, what I mean is that uh, you should make a practice to review material at least 1 hour each day after the class, and at least 1 hour each day before the class. Now, this is the common advice I give all my students when they take regular semester classes. But being a summer class, you might need to spend a little bit of more time each day to review your material, because we're going to cover 3 days worth of class each day, because we have 3 hours each day, 6 to 8:50 p.m., 3 hours each day. So my advice is to take at least 2 hours after the class to review the materials, do problems. Reviewing material means does not mean that you just skimming through the notes. You have to actually work out problems, homework problems, and other problems. You can find a lot of other problems at the end of each section of the textbook. So I will assign homework out of those problems, but you can go there and do other problems. And if you got any questions out of those problems, you can ask me in the next class. So we're going to do a lot of problems in the class. I'm going to discuss the homework problems. I'm going to discuss whatever other problems that you have regarding things that we have covered in the previous class. Okay, paying attention is very important. You need to maintain a conductive environment to learning in the class. I do not really like to see that you're playing with your cell phones and also surfing the web using computers and chatting, unnecessary joking in the class. Um, so we are building friendly environment. You'll see that I am very friendly, but we have to maintain uh, an environment conductive to learning in the class. I think that everybody understand that. Homework. Homework will be assigned with the form of worksheets, or uh, they'll be posted on Brightspace uh, and with the due dates. Uh, so whenever you complete the homework, you have to scan it and upload to the Brightspace. Only in PDF format. Only in PDF format. Make sure that you indicate your name correctly and upload to the Brightspace. So the homework grades will be a completion grade, and then we're gonna go through the homework problems, most of the homework problems, and other problems that you think difficult for each section um, at the beginning of each class. Then you will be given a quiz in most of the days, um, so that will test your learning of concepts. Uh, uh, Concepts that you learned in the previous class. So what the process is, you will be given homework, and most probably each Thursday and each Monday, the homework will be due. And whenever the homework is due, I'll go through the homework problems in the class, and afterwards you will give in a similar question to solve as a quiz. Um, and there will be four exams, including the final exam. So three section exams. After section two, you have exam. After section three and section four, three exams. So those three exams covers uh, what each section covers during the class, and the final exam is cumulative. The final exam is cumulative, and make sure that if you don't have a documented reason for quizzes and exams, you will be not given a makeup. Okay, you need to have a documented reason to uh, resubmit homework and taking makeups for quizzes and exams. Okay, um, and do not book any flights or anything before the final exam date is announced. So the last day of the class is the final exam. Um, so that is in according to my memory is August 18th. So do not book flights or travel um, on the day of the final exam, because I wouldn't be able to make up the final exam. This is the grade weights for each and every category. Homework 15%, quizzes 15%. We have three tests 15% each, and the final exam is 25%. This is how the grade distribution. You have to get a 93 or more to get an A, and goes this way. Okay. If you do have any questions, please ask me. Okay. So this is the contact of the Dr. Livia of Dr. Livia Hamill. He's the chair of the Department of Mathematical Sciences. You can contact her through this email, uh, and only in the first week, only for the first week, only for the first week. Okay. Do not bother her after the first week, because I am not available in person, and I might have a um, very limited access to email and internet during the first week. So Um, you can send me emails, and I'm gonna actually make a Google chat room for our class, and you will be get a notification for that soon. Uh, I'll create Google chat room, and then you can put the questions in the chat room as well. But I might not be able to answer those questions during the first week. But after that, after the first week, I'll keep write on these emails and also the messages, so you can send me emails and messages. Please do send me emails and messages in the first week as well. If I get any time, I'll make sure that I'll answer those questions in the chat and email. But for the first week, you can contact Dr. Livia Hamel. I'm very much thankful to her offering me this uh, help in the first week. And also, you can contact the tutoring and go to this link. Tutoring lab is Martin 201. I am pretty sure some of you are familiar with this. And you have 3 hour sessions in the first week, um, and you have 2 to 3 hour sessions in the subsequent weeks. There are both virtual and in-person options for the tutoring lab. If you go to this link, you will find the contact for the tutoring lab. You can send tutoring lab director an email and ask her what the time that the tutoring lab is available. Again, uh, from the second week onwards, I'm going to be on campus most of the time, so you'll see me uh, and you can ask me a lot of questions. Okay. All right, so that's about the syllabus. If you got any questions, please post them to chat. Um, or if you have any suggestions or anything, let me know that we might be able to do some changes. Okay, so let's dive into calculus. I'm pretty sure that you are aware of what is algebra and trigonometry. Uh, those areas of mathematics. This is a different area of mathematics, but we're going to keep on using the concepts used in algebra and trigonometry. So calculus has two main branches, differentiation and integration. In this class, we're going to focus on differentiation mainly. From that, also, we're going to learn about the limits, differentiation, and applications of differentiation. So this is chapter 2, limits, and chapter 3, differentiation, and chapter 4 is applications of differentiation. Now, if you have time, you can do a very good review. If you have a textbook with you, you can go through um, chapter 1. Of course, I'm going to introduce you some of the concepts in chapter 1. Uh, one of the main concepts, that's functions, in our next video. Uh, but if you have time, you can go through. I highly encourage you to go through chapter 1. At least skim through that and do some couple of examples and brush up your knowledge about algebra and trigonometry. This is going to be so much useful during this class. Well, that's about it. And for this video, thank you very much again for joining this class this summer. And I hope that this will be a wonderful experience for you. So I am looking forward to meet you in the second week, but I'm sorry that I won't be available for the first week. But as I said, send me emails and post your questions in chat. Whenever I get a time, I will answer those. And also, as I explained earlier, uh, contact Dr. Livia Hamel for the first week if you really need to meet somebody and ask questions. I mean, if you need to ask questions, please do so. Well, thank you very much once again, and hope to see you next week. Bye.